And so the final round begins with me already having won. Anyways, so some new logistics for this build from last time. Anyways, I finished it. I'm missing a couple of mythical cards. If you don't know, I'm missing the War Cry one and it's just for defensive purposes. And one of them gives like 20 seconds of 50% cooldown reduction, which is really good. So, what did I change? Well, I changed the path in Frost to the left path. I mean the right path. That's all I changed. And I went extra crit because I made the crit node cheaper, 1 SP cheaper. I got myself some move speed, some more damage reduction. That's it. But for cards, there's a lot of new cards. I'll just flash some cards on screen, the ones that I think are important for this build. There's one where if you don't parry, or like if your parry's on CD, you just get 20% damage reduction for free, which is really busted. There's also one where if you parry, you get a giant mana cost reduction, and you also get like 40% more cast speed, which makes your casts basically almost true casts if you have self-conductor talent. So how this works is that use Everwinter, which is a legendary frost skill. So the soul tree basically makes it so that if you freeze them once, they're basically frozen for the entire duration of the skill. So all the mobs are basically fodder, and you can just like pick them out really easily. Another update to this build is that Winter Speaker is actually now really useful because they fixed Frost Nova. So if you spam Frost Breath stacks and then use your Frost Nova, it's going to do a lot of damage. So the Frost Nova by itself did half the damage in my rotation. So that's what's changed. Next, we have Icicle Eruption. The reason we run this is because it's good for killing a lot of mobs at once if you're running like a tank lure play style. Basically, it spawns an icicle at their location. There are some follow-up cards where it will explode a second time and deal even more damage, but all the mobs will group up in one place. All you have to do is freeze them, then use the icicle eruption, and they'll take a hella damage. Stats logistics. This build has just over 28% element per level average, which is an extremely high average. I think after the update, maybe like almost no builds will get this average. Maybe the luckiest of Harmonite builds. For race, Harmonite is probably still the best one because you get extra potential choice every level, which means you can choose better stats, which will compound over a lot of levels, making Harmonite the best race in the game. Also, you have an extra skill slot. Craig has a wasted skill slot on charge, which is quite useless. So Harmonite has an extra skill level. If you're asking for what the new meta is, the new meta is the Thunder thing. Thunder Stealth. Shadow is also meta, but not many people can actually run Shadow correctly because the only person who is able to use it to the full potential right now is using an unobtainable build. They are number 2 on the board. Anyways, this number 5 person, I think that they're running the Stealth Thunder meta right now, which is the best meta to run right now. But they also have an unobtainable Thunder build. And they're probably going to hit number 3 on the board. So top 2 and top 3 are going to be unobtainable builds. So yeah, good luck fighting that. As for clear times on this build, I've been practicing the clear speedrun. I've gotten to like 9 minutes, down from like 12 minutes. I'm not going to show a full run footage. I already showed you that I can lure all the mobs. The devs did nerf the scaling of everything, so I don't take any damage, really. Nothing's a threat anymore, nothing does damage. For relics, we have the same relics as before. The Tranquility and the Blood Sage Vial. I went over this last time. This is not surprising. I guess armor, you just need 300, and that's it for endgame. Because it gives you 50% damage reduction, which means my effective HP is 25,800 times 2. So about 51,600 health. That's pretty tanky. You don't really need that much health anymore. Before you did, but now it's overkill.